Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here, and it's time to review Trap. This is the new film from M. Night Shyamalan, who has been pretty prolific lately, making films that are peculiar in concept, stylistically well executed, but narratively underwhelming. His films are original concepts, and it's fun to watch them play out and see where he goes with them, and I feel the same way about this one. If you have not watched the trailer, you can leave right now. I'm not going to review this without spoiling what the trailer does, which is revealed 20 minutes in. It's not really a spoiler. It's about a father who takes his teen daughter to a concert only to realize that it's a trap for a serial killer, and that killer is him. I never found myself bored. I thought that the cinematography was engaging. It's done by Sayamdu Muktipram, who is known for Pichit Pangwara Sethigal's films, as well as Luca Guadagnino's films. And although his cinematography in this film is not as unhinged as it is in, say, Challengers, or as the cinematography was in Shyamalan's Old, I know it's not the same guy, what it does do is locks you in the perspective that it wants to lock you into. That is mostly the main character, Josh Hartnett. You don't get any like sweeping crane shots of the concert. It's really only observed from the distance that the characters are standing in. The head-on close-ups lock you into intense conversations when they're used, and I like that this was shot on film. It just looks nice. Josh Hartnett's performance is really fun to watch. It's interesting to see him play this sociopathic guy who simultaneously cares a lot about his daughter, but he's a little bit of a psycho, and sometimes he might twitch a little bit. Overall, I don't think that the psychological profile of this character was really that deeply examined. It doesn't give you much that you wouldn't get seeing a sociopath played in pretty much any other TV show or movie. It's just the kind of character that it seems people like to watch. The movie did kind of lose me when it played into this goofy ass trope that we see sometimes, where if a character is psychologically damaged by somebody in their childhood, you can just start speaking to them like that person would speak to them, and they kind of breeze up and they think that they're talking to the person. That's a little silly, but of course we can expect a couple silly things in the Shyamalan film. If you're watching this movie to nitpick and you really like your movies to be logically airtight, and you're like, oh, why did this character do this? Oh, he should have done this. Oh, this wasn't the smart thing to do. Oh, how did they not see this guy? I don't think Shyamalan is writing this movie so that he can have like a cohesive logic thing going on, and that's not why I watch movies either, but I don't think the movie really gives a great answer to why the audience should care that much, other than like, sure, maybe somebody like this could exist and that'd be kind of creepy, but that's kind of it. The movie really just boils down to, oh, what if this happened? But you know, any way you slice it, like whether or not it's just a fun thriller or whether or not it's like a real dissection of what a person like this might look like and how their family might kind of respond to them and their lies, I just didn't feel blown away by anything here. I think I was also underwhelmed by the lack of truly thrilling moments, or moments that get your blood pumping and you're like, oh my god, how is he gonna get out of this? Oh, what's happening? The reactions it produced in me were more like, oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I see how that, oh yeah, and then he can do this. So I don't really mind if a movie wants to be surface level, as long as it can really deliver on those thrills. And I just don't think this movie really went that hard in any particular direction or area. Didn't feel like the kind of story that somebody was like itching to tell. For some people, it just being an entertaining piece of escapism is enough, and I think it certainly delivers on that. There was no minute of this movie where I was really actively disliking it. It's well shot, it's engaging enough as a thriller, the lead performance is very fun to watch. Alison Pill is also very good. Shyamalan's daughter, Suleika Shyamalan, is in the film as the performer of the concert, who also becomes a big character in the second half. And although this could seem like just a lot of self-promotion for his daughter's music and a way to launch her acting career, which obviously it kind of is, she's good enough that it's not transparently that. The music is convincing enough that people might actually want to listen to it. Her acting chops are actually decent. I don't think there were any major missteps there, though I think a more seasoned actress probably could have taken the role to another level. But yeah, I don't have a ton to say about this movie. I probably would have liked to see Shyamalan put the audience in a bit more of an uncomfortable place. Maybe really play off those emotional stakes of this man who's genuinely terrible, but cares about his family a lot. Although the characters are movie believable, I don't know if they came to life or jumped off the screen. And so I would give this movie a 6 out of 10. If you're curious, you probably won't have a bad time with it, but I don't think this represents any like leveling up of Shyamalan's career. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Who in your life is most likely to be secretly killing people?